Today, we're diving into a really fascinating idea, a framework that basically flips the script on how we see reality. We're going to explore a wild hypothesis where your choices, your personal decisions, don't just change your life, they might actually be changing the very laws of your world. So let's just get right to it with the biggest question there is. Is your life already written for you and you're just along for the ride, or are you the one holding the pen? Well, this whole explainer is built on one powerful idea. You are absolutely the architect. Okay, so if you're the architect, what are you building with? To get our heads around this, we have to start with the nature of reality itself. And according to this line of thinking, it's way more flexible than you might think. Right, so the first big idea is this. You're not living in one single solid reality. Instead, picture yourself standing in a massive, endless field of probabilities. It's kind of like a cosmic menu with every possible future on it, all just waiting for you to decide what you want. So how do you place your order from that infinite menu? It's simple. You just make a decision. Any decision. And this is the core of it all. Your choice is like a quantum observation. It takes all those endless possibilities and collapses them down into the one single reality that you actually experience. You're not just walking through the world, you're literally selecting it moment by moment. Now, having all that power is one thing, but it's not quite that simple. There's a catch. There's this fundamental force, a kind of constant pressure in the universe that we all have to deal with. And that brings us to the main event, the battle against chaos. And that force has a name, entropy. You've probably heard of it in science class. It's just a measure of disorder. But in this model, it's way more personal. It's the direct results of your choices. Every single thing you decide to do is either cranking up the chaos in your life, or it's actively creating order and making things, well, better. And really, it breaks down into two paths, a fork in the road for every choice. On one side, you've got chaos. Those choices just make things worse, they increase the entropy, they fuel disorder, and they distort your life. But on the other side, you've got creation. Those choices actually decrease entropy, they restore order, and they literally help to repair your life. It's that black and white. So if we're in this constant tug of war with entropy, how do we fight back? How do we make sure we're choosing creation over chaos? Well, the good news is, this framework says we come equipped with 3 core tools to win that fight. And here they are, your intellect, your emotions, and the practice of bringing them together. See, the secret isn't using just one of them. It's about getting them to work together, in sync, as the super powerful system for managing your reality. Let's look at each one. First up, your intellect. Now, this isn't about your IQ score. It's about using your brain to think ahead, to play chess with your life and see the consequences of your actions. It's about consciously picking a path, what this calls a moral ethical algorithm, that you know will lead to order, not more chaos. Your mind becomes your #1 tool for cleaning up the mess. Okay, tool number 2 is your emotions. And this is where it gets really cool. The idea here is that feelings like compassion and love, they aren't just mushy feelings. They're an actual physical force, a smooth, orderly, low entropy wave that your heart generates. And that wave can physically iron out the chaotic wrinkles and distortions in your life. Your heart literally becomes a force for order. And the third tool, practice, is what brings it all home. This is where you get your head and your heart working together. When you align that sharp, analytical mind with the powerful, orderly energy of your heart, you hit this sweet spot called coherence. And what happens then? You start to see synchronicity pop up everywhere. The right people, the right opportunities, all showing up just when you need them. Your reality starts to sync up with you. So you see what's happening here? When you master these tools, you graduate. You stop being a passive spectator just watching life happen, and you become an active creator. You're no longer just reacting to stuff. You are consciously designing your life. You become the scenario architect. And make no mistake, the stakes are incredibly high. Choosing that chaotic path doesn't just mess up your life, it creates ripples that affect everyone around you. But, and this is the beautiful part, when you choose the creative path, you become what's called a point of order. You become a stabilizing force that doesn't just repair your world, but helps repair the whole system. Honestly, if you remember one thing, let it be this. It's such a massive shift in how you see yourself. You are not just a leaf in the wind, totally at the mercy of fate. No way. You are in the control room. You're the one calling the shots and building your reality with every single choice. So we have to end here if this is all true. If your consciousness is the only real law that matters, if your focus and your intention are the tools that build reality from an infinite field of what-ifs, then there's really only one question left for you to answer. What are you going to create?